welcome to the top stories of the week. My name is Tina.
And my name is Austin Okinda. Today we give you an analysis of all the topics and the stories that have topped the news this week.
And here are the headlines.
Finance Bill Proposal 2023 continues to receive mixed reactions amongst Kenyans.
Outcry in streets, the public take to the streets, making known their demands and express displeased by the high cost of living.
Kenyans' financial nosedive. Various sectors stand affected by scarcity of financial resources.
Unrewarded sweat, tension rise as education sector experiences scarcity in terms of funds and unpaid contractors.
Tug of war. Opposition warns government against approving the financial bill.
Probe on sugar scandal. Ongoing investigations shed light on deeper details.
The controversial finance bill continues to arouse mixed feelings among Kenyans as it awaits the second reading in Parliament.
The government is pushing for the passing of the bill as it claims it will create 1 million jobs for the jobless Kenyans. And also at the same time, they say it will elevate those living in slums to a dignified lifestyle.
More, the public is against the finance bill because they believe it would raise the cost of living, and even more, they say they did not get the chance to give their opinion when the government says that opinions are being collected, and they do not understand the bill properly.
Now, on to our second story. A section of Nairobi residents take to the streets as they protest against the high cost of living. 11 people were arrested and later released on a cash bail of 10,000 shillings each.
The protest followed the pressure of the government inciting its members of parliament to pass the bill regardless. The protesters were against the increasing cost of living, saying that it was unbearable for the common mwananchi and the overtaxing that was being carried out by the government to date. MCAs demand a reinstatement of salaries as they say it is too little for them to carry out their functions effectively and conveniently and duties.
On the other hand, county governments through Kakamega County Governor Ferdinand Baraza have said that they now have a debt of 66 billion shillings. They also lament on the failure of the National Treasury to transmit the funds since March 2023. Contractors who were awarded the tender to build classrooms for the junior secondary school now complain that they have not received their payments since 10 months ago.
The contractors say they were pressured to complete 3 months' task in 2 months, and the government commissioned to pay immediately upon completion. They say accumulated debt that the government owes them is 2.7 billion Kenya shillings.
Each classroom, they were going for 788,220. So in total, they were going for 3.9 million.
Contract was to take 3 months, but we were hurriedly pushed to do the jobs within 2 months at most. We did the works, finished, commissioned by the minister, but to date, we have not been paid our dues.
They told us they are going to pay us immediately. Immediately you finish, you are going to be paid. You are working night and day. We even put lights to work at night so that we can be paid to meet the timeline.
Now we are down the line. We can't move. We can't do any projects. Our children are suffering at home because of this.
I took a loan from the bank. In fact, they are going to auction me anytime. I've been telling them I'll be paid today, tomorrow, and they haven't been paid. So they've told me they'll send the auctioneer to come and auction me. I don't know what to do because I can't even put food on the table. It's hard for me.
Opposition warns the government against approval of the finance bill, strongly holding the belief that it will be an economic sabotage and a neglect of the taxpayers' voice.
And at the same time, the opposition has also warned the government about going for a battle in the streets, claiming that the finance bill, if it is passed, it will be a burden to the Kenyans. The Kenya Bureau of Standards now blames NEMA and KRA for the release of the contaminated sugar.
Report shows that only 52 tons out of 300 tons was recovered, and the Kenya Bureau of Standards awaits results of the chemical test from their laboratories to see whether the sugar is contaminated or not.
That is education. The Working Party on Education has now proposed new reforms that include the stop of categorization of secondary schools and the removal of compulsory subjects to career choices.
The reforms aim to pave way for career choices to arouse early interest in learners and align the CBC curriculum from ECD to universities. That was it for top stories of the week.
Have a blessed day.